Now we're going to talk about the Ads tab. So let's begin. How do we create a new ad? We just click the button. Here you can write your own ads. And just like everywhere else we've seen, we can have placeholders. I've kind of shown you how to create ads a little bit, but in this one we're going to go in depth. So I did recently get this program updated at the time of this video. There was, it looks like a mistake or a bug. I'll have it fixed very soon, assuming I can find a developer that has the tools needed. Description line 1 and description line 2, whenever I go and save an ad, so let's just choose ad 1, I say this, and I say save it as ad 1, hit OK, and then we just delete this ad here. New ad, we select ad 1. It doesn't actually populate description line 1 and 2 yet. That shouldn't be an issue, so I'm going to get that fixed soon. See, this is what I'm talking about. Just issues like this in creating a program when you're outsourcing it. Not fun. I do not advise it. So anyways, we have headline 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to copy this here and this here. So we have this one. And if we wanted to, we could duplicate this. So copy to new ad. Copies that ad, makes a new one, puts it over here. That lets you make an ad variation. Now notice that these are static ads. These are not, by static I mean the text is locked. There's nothing dynamic about it. It just is what it is. And if that's all you want to do, that's perfectly fine. Perfectly reasonable. Go ahead and do it. However, if you do want to generate ads that are relevant to the keywords and ad groups, that's where these little boxes come in to allow you to create parameters. So we have our YouTube ads. That's the name of our campaign. If we wanted to put YouTube ads in the ad, we could treat the campaign name as a variable. If we wanted to put the ad group name in the ad, we could treat it as a variable. So all these are variables. And then group URL. If we wanted to replace the group URL with the actual group URL here, we could do that. So let's go ahead and let's actually do that. I'm going to copy that out. And since it's all the same URL, I'm just going to paste it here. And instead of hard coding it here, we're going to say group URL here. There we go. And I could just copy this over here as well. So now we have something dynamic about our ads, but let's actually make this dynamic to whatever the headline is, or whatever the ad group name is. So we could say ad group, and I'm not going to worry about default text here. I'm just going to say in campaign. So let's generate the ads, because I just want to give you the concept. So headline 1, 15-second YouTube ads. And then this ready for video advertising is just there. We could just delete the ad. And then you have to delete the ads down here as well, just by selecting all of them and clicking delete on your keyboard. And then regenerate the ads if you don't want them. So After Effects YouTube ads. You could say After Effects YouTube ads. So that brings me to my first point. If you have branded names, like AdWords Video, YouTube ads, Google ads in your, those are trademarks. You probably have to be very careful, not probably, you do have to be very careful about putting trademarks in your ads, because they'll just get disapproved. So you want to be careful with that. Also, like After Effects, that is a trademark. So I wouldn't want to put that there. So that's why you might use custom variables here. You might say, oh, After Effects, I know that is trademark, so I don't want to put the ad group name there. Another thing you could do is you could actually put, you could select all these, and you could just say custom 1 is the ad group, like that. Why would you want to do that? Because in the cases that it is trademarked, you could come in here and say, okay, AdWords Video, After Effects, what else is trademarked here? We have Google Ads, and we'll just keep it at that. So like TrueView, probably trademarked. TrueView, oh, I don't know if it's trademarked. That's not really a big deal. Udemy definitely is. Delete those. So then we would just say custom one. Custom one here. And again, you might have to move them around. These are just, these boxes just help you generate the text, so you know what format it needs to be in. So we have custom one, campaign. Now let's go ahead, remove all these ads again, delete, regenerate them. Look what it did. It just said custom one and campaign. But in the cases where it's like AdWords or AdWords video, it just put YouTube ads. And YouTube ads is also, like YouTube is obviously trademarked, but you're probably able to get away with putting that in your ads. And then like After Effects, they just put YouTube ads. So that's pretty cool. You can use these parameters here in custom 1, 2, and 3. A lot of this comes down to your own creativity. I'm just trying to show you what's possible, and there's a lot of different use cases for this. So, and then after you generate them, you can also go through them, refine them. This says ads rates. It's all lowercase there. It's not a good thing, so we would want to camel case that. And yeah, you just go through here, fix it, and you have your ads. So another thing you could do, you only have 30 characters, right? So let's say let's say the campaign name is something like really long. I'm going to edit the campaign name by double clicking it. YouTube ads, my campaign is this, whatever. So now we have this. This is a really long name. We say campaign, let's generate the ads. Let's see how long this is. So it's 31 characters, right? So in that case, we could have default text. Just say YouTube ads. And then let's delete this. And the way you do default text is you put a colon and then whatever text you want. So generate ads, because it saw that the campaign name is greater than the character limits there, it said, okay, this won't fit. So let's look at whatever the default text is and use that. So that's why they all say YouTube ads. And it'll do that. I believe you can do this with nested parameters as well. So buckle up. This is going to be very confusing if you don't know what this stuff is. Put ad group and then more braces. Here we could say, well, let's say affinity audiences. This ad group name is affinity audiences is the greatest. Okay. Affinity audiences is the greatest. For the ad group name here, we'll say sorry, I did that wrong. See what happens? So you have to put the braces around ad group and then add some default text here. We could say something here. All right, now let's go ahead, generate these ads again. Generate ads. We're interested in what this ad looks like. So this is something here. So how long is affinity audiences is the greatest? Let's see. So that was too long, right? That's why it puts something here. So you can nest these as well. I'm not sure how deep that nesting goes, and honestly, that's a pretty advanced feature that I doubt most people will use. But if you are curious if it works, my advice would be just to try it, see how it goes. If it works, great. If not, then it's no big deal because that's pretty advanced anyway. Okay, so we kind of went over the parameters. You could use that anywhere in your ad. So I could say like static text, let me teach you, and then campaign here. Now let's see if that will actually generate the ads. Generate. Let me teach you YouTube ads campaign, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't know what to do because we didn't put any default text. See? So that's, if you put a colon here, let me teach you YouTube ads. I'll put 2 S's there just so we could see the difference. Generate. There you go. Okay, so that's how you use those parameters. Let's change this back. YouTube ads. Okay, great. Now we'll put YouTube here, delete these ads, generate them. Let me teach you YouTube ads because YouTube ads did fit within the character limits here with this text as well. Okay, so kind of went over a lot of things. I think the other thing I would mention is how to handle spaces. So here, YouTube ads, we could say campaign name, and how to handle the space, let's put a dash here. The default would be, it's going to work, so it doesn't even matter, dash this. Okay, and then let's delete these ads again, generate them. It's all going to say YouTube dash ads because YouTube and a dash and ads is less than the character limits, so it will work. But if we wanted to put the ad group name here, we could say ad group name. We'll do the same thing, a dash, and then we'll just say YouTube dash ads. Hit OK. Now let's regenerate these ads. Generate. Now let's take a look at path 1. 15 second. That worked. Let's see if we can find something that was longer. So digital advertising, too long, would not have fit. So watch, if we put digital dash advertising, see how it goes over 15 characters. So it wouldn't have worked. That's why I put the default. So that's how you use default text in these custom parameters. These are just placeholders. It's just a brace that opens and it's just a brace that closes. And then you just have to know campaign, ad group, custom 1, custom 2, custom 3, and then group URL. So hopefully that gives you a good idea. The ad preview is down here. The last thing I'll talk about is you can add dynamic keyword insertion to the ads. I will show you how. So if we go to, let's just say we're going to select all these, everything. So we have all these ads selected. We put our cursor right here, and then we click this add keyword to headline. That is basically just a wrapper. It just wraps an open brace keyword, so the K is capitalized, the W is capitalized, and then it closes everything with a closing brace. When you go and generate your campaigns, I'll show you, generate campaign. Actually, let's delete those ads. Well, actually, let's keep them. That's fine. Let's go down here. Notice that it didn't replace those with like whatever the actual keyword is because that doesn't make any sense. I get this question all the time. So ads are at the ad group level, okay? The keyword level is a level below it. So keywords belong to ad groups. So there's so you have an account, right? Inside your account, you have campaigns. And inside campaigns, you have ad groups, right? That's what these are. And inside these groups, you have 2 things that belong to it. Let's just keep it simple. Keywords and ads. So ads belong to a group. So if we were going to put keywords here, the program wouldn't know what actual keyword to put there. So if we look at this group, it could be any one of these keywords, right? So it can't choose, oh, let's put video ads After Effects in the title of this ad because there's multiple keywords, but they all belong to one group. So when you actually go and upload this to Google Ads, what happens is Google Ads, again, knows how to handle this. This is a Google Ads convention. Let's pull this over here. Let's just look for keyword dynamic insertion. Spell that wrong, doesn't matter. Examples of dynamic keyword insertion, word stream. So this is what we're after. Keyword capitalizes the first letter of each word, just in case you don't know this stuff. And then what does it look like? Let's look for the brace. They didn't even put that here. Wow. Okay. Let's look at the Google support documentation. Here we go. Okay, so K is capitalized, W is capitalized. That'll capitalize the first letter of each word. And that's exactly the default within this program. Right here. So whatever keyword in that group triggers the ad, could be this, this, or this. If it fits the character limits at the time that the ad is triggered in Google Ads system, then that keyword will be inserted into the headline. That can be a problem in this good example because this is After Effects. So if it was After Effects, that's a trademark term. You don't want to do that with trademark terms because you can get in trouble with the company that owns the trademark. So again, if you're going to use that feature, just be careful. When you go and upload this, it will look exactly like this. All right, so we've covered the Ads tab. I think I've covered everything. If you have any questions, let me know. In the next one, we're going to look at the Results tab, and you've kind of already seen what it can do.